This is in reference to a video I made 1 month ago pointing out an error in one of Thunderf00t's videos where he abandons causality, the founding principle of scientific methodology, links below, in order to question the validity of causality in a deductive argument, while simultaneously calling his argument a scientific objection. I also pointed out other videos raising criticisms of his use of logic and reason, and I asked why these criticisms had not been addressed via the annotations or description box. 1 month later, these criticisms have still not been addressed. Let's take a more pedantic look at what Thunderf00t is selling under the description of education, and this is just from his description box. Thunderf00t writes, here in Why Do People Laugh at Creationists Part 37, William Lane Craig, I address merely the first of these pillars. No, he doesn't. Thunderf00t offers an invalid if then inductive can of spam argument, and he fails to address the deductive cosmological argument. Addressing the cosmological argument, well, it's not exactly challenging stuff. Let me show you. The cosmological argument. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. Well, we don't know everything, so this is an assumption. One might consider this to be a reasonable assumption, and so far this assumption has proven to be robust, although perhaps this might be proven to be untenable, in which case Thunderf00t can abandon his chemist's uniform and put on some alchemist robes. But still, everything necessarily includes everything outside our universe as well as everything inside our universe. So one might consider this to be an unreasonable assumption when, say, considering possible alternate magical pixie and alchemist causality for universes, in which case you can abandon this argument here. The rest of the cosmological argument. The universe exists, therefore the universe has a cause. As the cosmological argument is an argument for causality and an initial causal agent, and is not an argument for the identity of the causal agent, which is presently unknown, one can insert whatever one wishes to assert as an initial causal agent here. As this is an unknown, your guess is as valid as anybody else's, until proven otherwise. Like I said, not exactly challenging stuff. Back to Thunderf00t's description box. Thunderf00t writes, and what's the problem that Craig wants to apply his intuition and inductive reasoning to? The cosmological argument is deductive reasoning, not inductive reasoning. Thunderf00t writes, the beginning of the universe, where all of the energy/matter of the universe was pretty much in the smallest volume we can conceive. Was it? Thunderf00t implies a singularity, the Big Bang hypothesis. Craig implies a God. Neither of these explanations are without controversy. Links below for alternatives to the Big Bang theory, and links below for alternative gods. Thunderf00t writes, these of course are the scientific objections to Craig's argument. No, they're not. Quantum mechanics has the assumption that the fundamental forces cause all other events in this universe to happen, and thus far this assumption has proven to be robust. That is, no magical pixies so far. More links below. Thunderf00t has managed to produce an irrational, misleading, blinkered rant, and this is just a selection of some of the mistakes in the description box. I could have much more fun with the video itself. Now, Thunderf00t has flagged this video as education, and this is not a problem. We all make mistakes, so we should all be given the opportunity to correct our mistakes. But when somebody fails to address their mistakes in a video flagged as education, then they are propagating misinformation. Now, I haven't seen that many of Thunderf00t's videos, but from what I have seen, this doesn't look like an isolated incident. So, a question for the public supporters of Thunderf00t. Could you give me a good reason for this continued support that avoids blatant hypocrisy? Thank you.